about self-care, maybe you think about soaking in a tub or drinking a hot cup of coffee. And while there's nothing wrong with those things, we can't forget to take care of ourselves in terms of our mental wellness, our mindset. So today we'll be talking about 6 things that you can put into practice to practice mental health self-care. Now, there are a lot of people that struggle with depression and anxiety and chronic worry. I deal with anxiety myself. I'm not suggesting that you do these things in place of seeking out medical help if you need that. I'm just saying these are some things that you can try to put in place along with all those other things to put you in the best mind space that you can be in. So number 1 on my list would be to journal. You can do that in a lot of different ways. Maybe you could start with a blank piece of paper and just list things as they pop into your mind. Just getting those thoughts out of your mind onto paper. Maybe you could just write about your day. At the end of the day, just do some reflection and write down what went well, what didn't. Or at the beginning of the day, write down some things that you're looking forward to or your plan, whatever it might be. But if a blank sheet of paper is pretty intimidating for you, maybe you need a prompt. Just write about something that makes you happy, a memory that always makes you smile, just something to put your mind in a positive frame and go from there. See what works best for you. My second tip goes along with the first one, and that would be making a gratitude list. Maybe you can incorporate that into your journaling time. But simply listing 5 or so things that you're grateful for in the moment. That makes you focus on the here and now rather than worrying about what's already happened or things that might happen in the future. You're focusing on right now what you're thankful and grateful for. There have been studies that have shown that practicing gratitude actually reduces stress and puts you in a more positive mental health mind space. Thirdly, get outside. Simply being outside, soaking up the sunshine, the vitamin D, enjoying fresh air, being in green spaces can shift your mindset and help you to feel and have a more positive outlook. There has been research on that as well that shows that being outdoors allows you to more productively process psychological stressors and even reduces your risk of depression. I'll link those articles that I've mentioned down below in case that's something that you would like to read more about. Another thing that you could do would be to pray or meditate every day. Personally, I'm a big believer in prayer, but if you're not, even getting alone with your thoughts and in the quiet and being still can bring you calm and just a sense of peace. Maybe reflect on a favorite passage or quote. Whatever works for you. For me, like I said, just knowing that I am created on purpose by a God who loves me and will never leave me and just allows me to bring my burdens to Him and leave them there so that I don't have to carry that weight myself is such a great relief for the weight that I carry around in my mind. And it just gives me a peace of mind that I can't find anywhere else. Stating positive affirmations is my 5th tip. Now, that might sound a little out there for some of you, but just bear with me, hear me out, and give it a try. You know, so many things that we tell ourselves and that we accept as truth from other people are sadly negative things. And what we seem to hear over and over, we end up believing. So we have to really guard against what we allow into our minds and what we accept as truth. So try this. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and say things to yourself out loud. I am worthy. I have a voice, and my opinion matters. I am loved. Say those things or things like that with confidence. Even if you don't believe it now, you say it often enough, you will begin to believe it. Write those things down. Put them in places throughout your home or in your car so that you'll see them for gentle reminders throughout the day because you are worthy of good things. Lastly, be cautious about what outside inputs you let into your thoughts and into your life every day. We talked just a little bit about thoughts that we tell ourselves and possibly those that we hear from other people, but also just those other effects that the world has on us. You know, social media, the news, all those things, apps that we look at every day. We might have to take a step back from some of those things, but that's okay. If you know that those things bring you down and put you in a negative place mentally, then it's okay to step back. You can stay on top of current events and know what's going on and be informed without having to bombard yourself with those news articles and those stories hour after hour, day after day. If it's not good for you and you know it, step away. I know you're busy. I know you're running here and there, working, doing all the things, and maybe you feel like you don't have time to spend on yourself, but I want to encourage you that you do. It's important that you make time for yourself every day, even if it's just a few minutes, and do something good for yourself because you are the only you that there is. I challenge you to commit to trying a few of these things that maybe you haven't tried before just to see how it works for you. I would love to hear in the comments. Just let me know what you're going to commit to. Or if you've got other suggestions that I could add to my list, I would love to hear those too. I will definitely check those out and respond to you. I appreciate your interaction and feedback. I appreciate you watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, hang around for the next video, and I will see you then.